Oh, goodness. Okay. This is really delicious. My kind of gourmand. This is beautiful. And I say that about a lot of things, but this is truly to my taste. I'm not a gourmand lover, but this is definitely my style. You can smell my favorite note in perfumery, one of at least, which is tonka bean, and it's a really good absolute of tonka bean. So there's a bit of intensity and dimension to it. This is smoky and spicy and delicious. I can get whiffs of black coffee, the darkest chocolate, marzipan. Oh, it's a whiskey, rum, brown spirit, oak casks. This is so glorious. It's so delicious. I want to eat it. This is Ummagumma from FZOTIC. Bruno Fazzolari. I love this man. I love this perfumer. I love this brand. Ummagumma is a lot of things, but to me, it starts with a very fine image of saffron, and you can see that blushing, bright color moving through the fragrance. There's a bit of, there's so much here. There's spice, there's floral, there's herb, there's chocolate. It's one of those fragrances that you can't necessarily unpack. You just have to experience it as a brute fact. But there's nothing brutish about it. Such decadence is always at risk of being a little bit brainless, I dare say. But here it is sophisticated and clever. Tonka bean is so prominent here. The saffron's coming from the side. One of my favorite florals, carnation, comes through, which is, I often say, it's a splice between a rose and clove, that spicy note, it's heat. It's the finest chocolate you can get. It's the best example of a whiskey. It's a seductive, intoxicating, you are engulfed in this wash of decadence and loveliness. It's chocolate for dessert, it's a nightcap, it's long dinners, it's all of those things in one. A beautiful gourmand in that darker style, without the losing its sense of it being a perfume. It is a structured work with dimension, and it's beautiful. I love this one. I think it could be either. I think it's a romantic, and I think it is introverted insofar that it's a private romantic moment in this fragrance. It's a quiet candlelit dinner. It's a decadent fondant for dessert, chocolate fondant, but at the same time, it's confident and it projects. And so introverted, but then it moved into the extroverted quite a bit. You know, this is an American house. One of those fine American restaurants from yesteryear. I think of the sort, again, a classic candlelit. It's a little bit trendy. It's cool. This is the cool parts of New York or a cosmopolitan city. Very stylish, very stylish. And style is manifest in many different ways. The darkest brown leather jacket with a little bit of shearling, a sleek two-button suit with notched lapels, but then it has a cool floral print shirt underneath. Many possible outfits, but above all else, dark-toned and stylish. The tuba or the trombone, and I'm saying that probably because it sounds like Toblerone, and that's the association in my head, but there is definitely bass to it. There is a sort of a chesty sort of sound. So I'd stick with that. My immediate answer is not the tuberose, it's the trombone and it's the tuba. I wear this one a bit. I love it, and it never fails me. If you're wearing this is a date night fragrance. This is a romantic dinner. Spray it before you head out the door, and it will last you. So longevity-wise, it's short, medium length sort of longevity. a good 4 hours, so maybe a 4 or a 5. Sillage, this is intimate. I don't find this to project. It will initially, of course, as with all fragrances, but then it actually wears beautifully close. I would say that the sillage on this fragrance is a fair 4. Value, I think it's a question of asking yourself what you value. And this is a perfume from an independent brand, an artist turned perfumer. I think we have to respect these conditions when we make our assessments. But I would say value for money is a 5. This has some masculine qualities, especially all of the darker notes, but this appeals to people who love desserts and dark, decadent ideas and resins. So I would say this is quite unisex, pushing into the masculine, insofar that you're happy to accept tobacco and resin notes and labdanum in the fragrance.